Didn't they say that he everybody, men and women?
Oh, yeah, he banged everybody.
Everybody?
Yeah, and then it came out he was banging the guy with the big cube.
That they calculated that you've bedded 13,000 women. He's just leaving now.
That was a very busy month.
You just had romances with everybody. Let's get right to it. Not everybody. Oh, not everybody. Just the good-looking ones. Let's start. Yeah.
Sex is the one area that we have a tendency to assume is going to work itself out in society without any real prior experience, and I think this is irrational.
From the golden age of cinema to the present day, Hollywood has been home to countless celebrities who have struggled with their demons. Some have managed to keep their addictions under wraps, while others have had their darkest secrets splashed across the front pages of tabloids. In this video, we'll explore the stories of 25 celebrities whose addictions have shocked the world. Charlie Chaplin, known as the king of silent films, Charlie Chaplin's off-screen life was anything but quiet. His numerous affairs with young women, often underage, caused many scandals during his career. Chaplin's obsession with women and his numerous relationships often overshadowed his professional achievements. His marriages, including his notorious relationship with 16-year-old Lita Gray when he was 35, attracted public and legal scrutiny. Chaplin's first marriage to Mildred Harris also sparked controversy. They married in 1918 when Harris was just 16, and their union was marred by a false pregnancy alarm and the tragic death of their newborn son. Their marriage ended in a contentious divorce in 1920. Chaplin's second marriage to Lita Gray followed a similar pattern. Gray, only 15 when she became pregnant, married Chaplin in 1924, but their marriage was fraught with personal discord and ended in a highly publicized divorce in 1927. Chaplin's third wife, Paulette Goddard, offered some stability and a collaborative partnership, but their marriage ended amicably in 1942. His final marriage to Una O'Neill, when she was 18 and he 54, lasted until his death in 1977 and produced 8 children. Chaplin's final marriage was to Una O'Neill in 1943 when he was 54 and she was 18. Despite the significant age difference, their marriage lasted until Chaplin's death in 1977, and they had 8 children together. This relationship, although initially scandalous, became a stable and enduring part of his life. Despite his genius in filmmaking, these scandals marred Chaplin's reputation and caused significant turmoil in his personal life. His proclivities were well known within Hollywood circles, painting a picture of a man whose private life was far more controversial than his on-screen persona, Errol Flynn. Errol Flynn, the swashbuckling hero of Hollywood's golden age, was infamous for his insatiable appetite. His exploits were so legendary that the phrase "in like Flynn" was coined in his honor. Flynn's reputation for seducing women, often in inappropriate circumstances, led to several legal troubles, including a high-profile statutory essay trial in 1942, where he was ultimately acquitted. Flynn's charm and charisma on screen masked a darker side filled with relentless pursuit of pleasure and reckless behavior. Flynn's personal life was a whirlwind of scandal and controversy. His addiction to alcohol and eventually led to his decline, and his career was overshadowed by his scandalous personal life. Flynn was notorious for hosting extravagant parties at his Mulholland Drive home, which featured hidden passageways and peepholes for spying on guests. These gatherings attracted a mix of celebrities, gamblers, and various dubious characters, further cementing his reputation as a Hollywood bad boy. Despite his undeniable talent and success, Flynn's legacy remains tainted by his notoriety as one of Hollywood's most prolific seducers, Warren Beatty. Warren Beatty, a distinguished actor and director in Hollywood, was just as famous for his off-screen romances as he was for his cinematic achievements.
Well, what happens when you work very hard on a movie for a while? You wind up not having the slightest idea what you...
With an estimated 12,775 lovers, Beatty's love life was a fixture in Hollywood gossip. His relationships with high-profile actresses like Natalie Wood, Joan Collins, and Madonna were widely publicized, cementing his reputation as a notorious playboy. Beatty's charm and good looks made him a magnet for many women, but his inability to commit to one partner for long defined much of his early persona. Despite his reputation, Beatty managed to maintain a successful career in Hollywood, winning numerous awards and accolades. His personal life took a significant turn in 1992 when he married actress Annette Bening, which he claims marked the end of his notorious ways. Beatty often spoke highly of his famous exes, describing them as brilliant, beautiful, and talented women. He maintained friendships with many of them, including Diane Keaton and Julie Christie, with whom he shared significant portions of his life. However, his earlier years were marked by several controversial relationships, including casting both his ex-girlfriend and current girlfriend in the same film and making a pact pass at a 17-year-old Carrie Fisher during the production of Shampoo. His complex relationships, such as the tumultuous one with Natalie Wood, added layers to his Playboy image. Despite these scandals, Beatty's enduring legacy in Hollywood remains a blend of his significant contributions to film and his legendary romantic escapades. Bill Cosby.
My office.
What do you do?
I'm a doctor for women.
What do you do with them?
Bill Cosby, once beloved as America's dad, fell from grace when numerous allegations of SA came to light.
I turn around, and there he is seated, and his pants were open, and he grabbed my hands, and he put them on his penis. I told him, I can't do this, stop it.
Cosby's double life involving and women revealed a dark side to the comedian that shocked fans and the industry alike.
Very quickly, like within 15 minutes, my body began feeling heavy. That moment I realized, wow, this is premeditated. He drugged me. He drugged me in Atlantic City. He drugged me in Las Vegas. He drugged me now.
Over 60 women accused Cosby of using his fame and influence to exploit them, leading to his conviction in 2018 for aggravated indecent assault. This scandal not only destroyed Cosby's career, but also sparked a nationwide conversation about sexual AB and power dynamics in Hollywood. Cosby's actions, hidden for decades, finally came to light in the #MeToo era, forever tarnishing his once sterling reputation and highlighting the devastating impact of his predatory behavior.
He finds what is real, and he finds the humor in it. He uses that same intelligence as a predator.
David Duchovny, renowned for his roles in The X-Files and Californication, has been open about his struggles with S-addiction. In 2008, Duchovny entered a rehabilitation center, publicly acknowledging the impact of his addiction on his personal life and marriage to actress Tay Leone.
We're very happy together. I've never been happier. And she tells me she's never been happier, so I believe her.
This candid admission was significant as it not only highlighted his personal battles, but also brought attention to an often stigmatized issue. His role as a S-addicted writer in Californication eerily mirrored his real-life challenge, adding a layer of authenticity and irony to his performance. Duchovny's openness about his addiction helped destigmatize the issue.
Today, I have to say, I was very surprised at how friendly you guys were and are, because I was under the impression that you guys didn't like each other when you were shooting.
You mean friendly to each other?
Yeah, very friendly to each other.
Although it also laid bare the challenges of maintaining personal and professional stability amidst such compulsive behavior.
You like torturing me, don't you?
I do.
Don't look like that and talk like that. It makes my wiener feel weird.
Despite these challenges, Duchovny has managed to rebuild his life and career, continuing to work in the industry and gaining praise for his performances.
I am deeply sorry for my irresponsible and selfish behavior I engaged in.
Tiger Woods, though not an actor, finds a place on this list due to his high-profile status in notorious S scandal. In 2009, Woods' hidden life came crashing down after a car accident near his Florida home. This seemingly minor incident unraveled a web of extramarital affairs, leading to a media frenzy. Over a dozen affairs were revealed, causing his divorce from Ellen Nordegren and significant damage to his career and reputation. Woods publicly admitted his S addiction and sought treatment, but the fallout was severe. Major sponsors severed ties, leading to substantial financial losses, and his public image took a major hit. The scandal impacted his professional life as well, with Woods struggling to regain his former dominance in golf, battling injuries, and a loss of confidence. Despite these setbacks, Woods' career saw a resurgence, notably winning his 15th major championship at the Masters in 2019, a decade after his last major victory. However, the scandal left a lasting mark on his legacy, transforming him from a celebrated athlete to a cautionary tale about the perils of fame and personal misconduct.
I wanted people to see what really happened. I was not a mistress, and I was in a real relationship, and I want people to leave me alone about it.
Michael Douglas. Even if you are unfamiliar with his name, you will undoubtedly recognize a few of the movies he has appeared in. Wall Street, Basic Instinct, and Fatal Attraction are just a handful of the films in which Michael Douglas has given outstanding performances. In addition to establishing him as a respectable actor, Douglas's performances have had the unintended side effect of casting him in the public's perception as a S Addicts. The actor's two marriages, the second to 25-year-old Catherine Zeta-Jones, and the hypersexual roles he portrayed in films such as Basic Instinct and Fatal Attraction, all contribute to the perpetuation of this idea. Even though the public's perception of Michael hasn't improved as a clean guy overall, he wouldn't be on this list based just on hearsay. During his first marriage to Deandra Luker, Michael Douglas reportedly checked himself into a S-addiction hospital for rehab, thereby starting the trend and for all of Hollywood. But you'll be startled to learn that this guy has slept with not one, not two, but 3 persons on this list. If you were unsure whether or not he should be on it, some even claim he succeeded in bagging the legendary Monroe. Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe has been known all over for a lot of things. Her image has changed and evolved over time, from a S symbol of the 1950s America to a pioneer for the dumb blonde aesthetic and a delectable actress in her own right. Unfortunately, Monroe also struggled with S addiction alongside her illustrious career. It is well known that Monroe had many S partners. However, it is less known that she was sexually AB'd as a child.
It's men like you who have made me the way I am. And if you loved me at all, you'd feel sorry for the terrible troubles I've been through.
This incident unfortunately acted as a stepping stone that opened the doors towards S addiction for her. She bravely spoke publicly about her condition when asked and talked about how she struggled with the consequences of her actions.
I think you're the saddest girl I ever met.
First man never said that.
Monroe's case of addiction really expands on the idea of S addiction, not as a desire for S in itself, but as a longing for intimacy and the use of S to take the place of that intimacy, as opposed to love and strong, long-lasting relationships.
All this talk that you had these colds and things, I never saw any evidence of it.
Over the years, Monroe had multiple ES partners, but when looking at all of them through this lens, it is no wonder that she never bore any children with any of them.
Don't pay any attention to her. She's crazy. Are you going to stay long? I don't know yet.
Though some might say it wasn't in the cards for her, it's clear to see that she would not bear children while still struggling with her addiction to S.
Happy birthday, Mr. President.
Russell Brand. Russell Brand, the comedian and actor known for his roles in films like Get Him to the Greek and his stand-up comedy, has been very open about his struggle with S addiction. In his memoirs and various interviews, Brand discussed his addiction, characterized by numerous SS encounters and infidelity, which significantly impacted his relationships and personal life. Brand's battle with S addiction led him to seek professional help and make significant lifestyle changes. His candidness about his experiences has been both shocking and enlightening for his fans. He openly shared details of his promiscuous behavior and its detrimental effects on his relationships, providing a raw and honest look into his personal struggles. His recovery journey, which included therapy and adopting healthy coping mechanisms like exercise and meditation, showcased his commitment to personal growth and accountability. Brand's transformation from a life plagued by addiction to one of sobriety and self-improvement has been inspirational to many. His advocacy for mental health and addiction treatment has further helped destigmatize these issues, earning him respect and admiration despite his past controversies. Jesse James, motorcycle customizer. Jesse James's marriage to actress Sandra Bullock ended in scandal in 2010 when his multiple affairs came to light. James's infidelity, widely publicized, caused a significant impact on both his personal and professional life. His relationships, including a high-profile affair with tattoo artist Kat Von D, became tabloid fodder, painting James as a quintessential bad boy. The scandal not only ended his marriage, but also tarnished his public image. James admitted to his S addiction and sought treatment, but the fallout was severe. He lost custody of his adopted son, Lewis, and his actions brought shame and embarrassment to his family. Bullock, heartbroken by the betrayal, filed for divorce and later found love again with photographer Brian Randall. Despite attempts to rebuild his life, the shadow of his past indiscretions continues to follow him, affecting his relationships and public perception.
Sold everything and just packed up and split with the kids and dogs and just started a new life.
Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen's tumultuous lifestyle, marked by heavy drug use and numerous S escapades, has been a significant part of his public persona.
Last time I took I probably took more than anybody could survive.
His ES addiction and erratic behavior led to his infamous firing from the hit sitcom 2.5 Men. Sheen's public meltdown in 2011 included a series of bizarre interviews and public feuds, showcasing his struggles with addiction.
Charlie Sheen has got to be on drugs again.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I am on a. It's called Charlie Sheen.
The fallout from his behavior was dramatic. In 2010, Sheen was found intoxicated in a New York hotel room with a porn actress, leading to further scrutiny of his actions.
Is it true
that you wrote $70,000 worth of checks to Heidi Fleiss. Totally untrue. It was about $2 million.
By early 2011, his erratic antics escalated, resulting in multiple hospitalizations and a stint in rehab. Despite Sheen's attempts to downplay his issues, the production of 2.5 Men was halted, and he was eventually fired from the show in March 2011 due to his ongoing drug abuse and contentious relationship with the show's creator, Chuck Lorre.
And what makes you a good dad?
Everything. Next question.
Lorre later described Sheen's behavior as a severe addiction problem, emphasizing the potential danger it posed to Sheen and others. Sheen's life off-screen was equally chaotic, with numerous relationships with adult film stars and highly publicized breakups frequently making headlines. His legal troubles and personal issues often overshadowed his professional achievements, leaving a legacy deeply intertwined with his personal demons and the chaos that frequently surrounded him. Kevin Spacey's career came to an abrupt halt when multiple allegations of misconduct surfaced in 2017. Spacey's predatory behavior towards young men revealed a hidden side to the acclaimed actor, leading to his professional downfall and legal battles. The allegations spanned decades, with numerous individuals coming forward to share their stories of harassment and assault.
What is this? I'd like to speak to my lawyer, please.
Spacey's dismissal from House of Cards and subsequent ostracization from Hollywood marked a dramatic fall from grace. His actions, long hidden behind his celebrated performances, exposed the darker realities of power and exploitation in the entertainment industry.
Help! I've escaped from Kevin Spacey's basement! Help me!
Anthony Weiner.
Former U.S. Congressman Anthony Weiner heading to prison. The New York Democrat was sentenced to 21 months for sending obscene messages to a 15-year-old girl.
Former Congressman Anthony Weiner's political career was derailed by his compulsive sexting scandals. Weiner's inappropriate online behavior involving sending explicit messages and photos to various women became public in 2011 and again in 2013, leading to his resignation from Congress and a failed mayoral campaign.
Is that a photograph of you? Here's all that I can do. Is that I said, let's try to figure out who, how, how this prank went down, how we make sure it doesn't happen again.
His addiction to culminated in a 2017 conviction for transferring material to a resulting in prison time and his subsequent registration as AS offender. Weiner's scandals not only ended his political career, but also caused significant strain on his personal life and marriage to Huma Abedin, highlighting the destructive nature of his compulsions. Rob Lowe.
What's the name of your sex tape?
Boy, well, extended version.
I was thinking Rob's Lowdown, but...
Oh, I'm definitely going with extended version.
Rob Lowe's career faced a severe challenge in 1988 when a S-tape involving him and 2 young women, one of whom was underage, was leaked to the public. The scandal nearly derailed his career, but Lowe addressed the issue head-on by seeking help and openly discussing his addiction. This openness and his commitment to recovery played a significant role in rehabilitating his image. Lowe later credited this scandal for prompting him to get sober, which he believes was a turning point in his life.
I don't, like people talk about, I think it's the best thing that ever happened to me. Honestly, I do, because got me sober got me married, been married 29 years, and I have 2 great sons. I don't think any of that happens without going through that.
This pivotal moment helped him refocus on his career and personal life, leading to long-term sobriety and a successful return to Hollywood. Despite the initial backlash, Lowe's candidness about his struggles and his subsequent actions to overcome them underscored the importance of confronting personal demons and highlighted the perils of fame.
It's been a big year for me in milestones, really. I've gone 31 years alcohol and drug-free.
Marion Davis. Marion Davis was an American actress, philanthropist, and producer known for her comedic talents during the silent film era. Despite her successful career, her legacy was sometimes overshadowed by her association with newspaper magnate William Randolph Hearst. Word on the street is that Hearst and the infamous Charlie Chaplin were both seeing Davies at the same time, and Hearst was not thrilled about it. Davies couldn't be satisfied with her newspaper lover. She was Hearst's longtime mistress, as Mrs. Hearst, his estranged wife, would not consent to a divorce without a sizable cash payout. Though they never married, Davies was always #1 in Hearst's heart. Hearst liked to remind people of this by flying into a jealous rage over Davies from time to time. No one is exactly sure how the confrontation between Chaplin and Hearst played out, but it ended in the death of director William Ince, for which no one was ever tried. The official cause of death was listed as a heart condition. The exact story remains unknown to this day. Fatty Arbuckle. Roscoe Fatty Arbuckle Arbuckle was a silent film comedian and director. His career plummeted after a scandalous trial in 1921, tarnishing his reputation despite being acquitted. Arbuckle's contributions to early cinema were overshadowed by controversy. On September 5, 1921, the funny man and some friends rented 3 hotel rooms for a night of partying and debauchery. By the end of the night, Virginia Rapp, an aspiring actress, was dead. Though evidence has proven that Fatty hadn't really touched the woman outside of casual contact, the papers led by Hearst ran with the story. Before long, it was printed that Arbuckle had essayed the late Miss Rapp with a Coca-Cola bottle in a violent attack. Though the evidence leaned strongly in Arbuckle's favor, he endured 3 trials as the media's accusations grew more and more extreme. Though the 3rd trial ended with not only an acquittal, but an apology from the jury, Arbuckle's career was ruined. Arbuckle sold all his riches to pay court fees and couldn't find meaningful work for the rest of his life. Louise Brooks. Louise Brooks, the highly regarded actress and dancer, was a free woman in many ways, including who she slept with. She acknowledged that she was a sexually liberated woman who was willing to explore new avenues both inside and outside the bedroom. This added to her innate adultery and contributed to the numerous liaisons she had inside and outside of her 2 marriages. Concerns about Brooks's sexuality also existed. Her assertion that she was neither a lesbian nor bisexual, despite having several relationships with women, was unwavering. Hugh Hefner.
Such a seduction, and the men knew this, that they could get girls to do just about anything they wanted if they gave them a quaalude.
Hugh Hefner, the founder of Playboy, built an empire around the celebration of sexuality. Hefner's lifestyle, centered around his Playboy mansion and numerous relationships with young women, epitomized his philosophy of S-freedom. His open relationships and parties became legendary, but they also highlighted his insatiable appetite for S. Hefner's addiction was often seen as an extension of his brand, blurring the lines between personal and professional life. Despite criticisms and controversies, Hefner maintained his image as a champion of S liberation. His legacy is complex, marked by both the celebration of S expression and the ethical questions surrounding his lifestyle and treatment of women. Jane Mansfield. Jane Mansfield had many jobs in her life: an actress, a model, a nightclub entertainer, a model, and an esteemed member of Playboy. The list goes on. However, Mansfield was known more for her role as a S symbol in Hollywood at the time than she was as an actor. With her voluptuous figure, she, along with Marilyn Monroe, Betty Grable, and Mamie Van Doren, pioneered the dumb blonde aesthetic that prevailed in Hollywood for a long time afterward. The actress was addicted to a lot of different things. Alcohol and narcotics were major players in this, but so also was the seldom talked about S addiction. All 3 of Jane's marriages dissolved in no small part due to a series of numerous extramarital affairs.
There were 7 girlfriends, but it's an ongoing relationship.
Bill Clinton. Former President Bill Clinton's S scandal involving White House intern Monica Lewinsky nearly ended his political career.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky.
The affair, which led to Clinton's impeachment in 1998, exposed his infidelities and brought his personal life into the public eye. Clinton's numerous allegations of S misconduct and his notorious statement, "I did not have S relations with that woman," became defining moments of his presidency. Despite surviving impeachment, the scandal left an indelible mark on his legacy. Clinton's actions highlighted the intersection of power, S, and politics, sparking debates about morality, leadership, and the consequences of personal indiscretions in public office.
In January, I was asked questions about my relationship with Monica Lewinsky. While my answers were legally accurate, I did not volunteer information. Indeed, I did have a relationship with Miss Lewinsky that was not appropriate. In fact, it was wrong.
Marlon Brando. Marlon Brando, one of Hollywood's most iconic actors, was known for his tumultuous personal life and numerous affairs. Brando's insatiable appetite for S's and his relationships with both men and women were often the subject of gossip and scandal. His private life, marked by tumultuous romances and family tragedies, contrasted with his professional acclaim. Brando's openness about his bisexuality and his candid discussions about his relationships added to his enigmatic persona. Despite his personal controversies, Brando's legacy as a groundbreaking actor remains intact, though his complex personal life continues to intrigue and mystify fans and biographers alike.
I mean, he spent more time kissing
women in the
Yes.
crowd on the lips than
Oh,
he
yeah.
did singing. I mean, was that difficult to watch?
Yeah.
Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, was not only famous for his music, but also for his tumultuous love life. Presley's numerous relationships, including his controversial marriage to 14-year-old Priscilla Beaulieu, painted a picture of a man driven by his desires. His affairs and the way he treated women often sparked debates and controversies. Presley's lifestyle, marked by excess and indulgence, contributed to his declining health and untimely death. While his musical legacy remains unparalleled, his personal life and relationships continue to be a subject of scrutiny and fascination, revealing the darker side of fame and fortune.
I occupied a lot of his time. I mean, he had an affinity toward me. You know, he had a great care for me.
John F. Kennedy. President John F. Kennedy's numerous extramarital affairs were an open secret in Washington, D.C. His relationships with high-profile women, including Marilyn Monroe, added to his charismatic and glamorous image, but also posed significant risks. Kennedy's reckless behavior, driven by his addiction to S, jeopardized not only his marriage, but also his presidency. The extent of his affairs and the measures taken to keep them secret have been the subject of numerous books and documentaries. Kennedy's personal life, marked by infidelity and risk-taking, contrasted sharply with his public image as a dedicated leader, highlighting the complex interplay between personal vices and public responsibilities. Mick Jagger. Mick Jagger, the legendary frontman of the Rolling Stones, has a well-documented history of S escapades. Jagger's numerous relationships and affairs, including high-profile romances with models and actresses, have been the subject of much media attention. His insatiable appetite for S and rock and roll lifestyle became part of his persona, contributing to the band's rebellious image. Jagger's personal life, marked by multiple marriages and fathering 8 children with 5 different women, reflects the complexities of managing fame and personal desires.
The next one's going to be more racist and more sexist, and it's going to be a whole bunch.
Despite the controversies, Jagger's legacy as a rock icon remains intact, though his S exploits continue to be a significant part of his story. Sinatra, controversies, affiliations with prominent people, and turbulent relationships, partly because of his excessive S drive, interspersed Sinatra's life. Sinatra was unable to contain his emotions. Sinatra had an insatiable craving for S, particularly in 3 dimensions. Nancy Barbato, his former spouse, stated that she knew where his heart was, and therefore she was willing to put up with his adultery. Everything changed abruptly when the well-known singer began lusting after Ava Gardner. Safe to say, they divorced shortly after. In the end, Hollywood often seems like one big bedroom with its tales of S, scandal, and addiction. The glamour and glitz can't hide the messier side of fame, where personal lives are splashed across tabloids, and every misstep becomes public gossip. Despite the talent and achievements, many stars have found themselves caught in a web of temptations and controversies, proving that behind the bright lights, the industry is fraught with challenges. As these stories show, the price of fame can be steep, and the quest for pleasure often leads to drama and downfall. Hollywood remains a place where dreams and scandals go hand in hand, creating a spectacle that continues to captivate and caution us all. Anyway, that's it for this video. Bye.